But about The Office, are you recording?
Yep, we're recording.
Well, so I think what I was saying is that it was like that the show balances. Well, the show is kind of in season two, uh, like the part in the Dundies where they cheer Michael on to give out more awards. I feel like that's a lot of the arcs of every episode of season two, where the members of the office are kind of realizing we kind of gotta like it's kind of up to us to take care of this guy so he doesn't have
Yeah.
a mental breakdown. Uh, like a big thing I'd reference is that episode. I think this is season two, John. If I'm fucking up here and I'm referencing from the wrong season, please call me out on
I will.
it. But
You better be right here. I'm gonna be super pissed. Yeah.
end of a friendship, everybody.
Don't fuck this
A
up.
long friendship.
My
But
career is riding on this. Yeah.
yeah. But
Okay.
like when Jim has that party at his apartment.
That is season two. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dodged a bullet.
I got to
Yeah.
stay on John's good side. See, this is how the
Whoa,
friendship
that was
is.
close.
Walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
Uh, John's not an easy friend at this
No.
even at
You
this distance.
no, if you can't remember what season that's from, what am I even doing spending my time with you? You know? That's what I think. So you lucked out today. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I really need John as a friend now. Um, but yeah, so he when Michael shows up to the party and he's doing karaoke alone, and Jim is like so mad because he's like, I can't believe this guy crashed my party. But then he steps in to do the duet with Michael and kind of just realizing oh man, this is so sad. I can't let this guy, you know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
It's when there is that there's more like heart to it than I feel like I haven't seen all of the British one, but I feel like there's probably less of that. Um but yeah,
Season two has a lot of empathy where they're like, all right, we're gonna
yeah.
like eventually you have empathy for him always at some point in each episode, um, where it kind of gets at the root of like all the insanity that everyone's just so offended by or confused
Hmm.
by, or like they're like, oh, this is so torturous that we have to put up with this guy, and eventually it always comes back to this guy has nothing and he's
Yeah.
40 and
It's not
yeah.
like yeah, it could be really uh I don't know what the word is, but like sour or um heartless, I guess, but it's not like if he was like a really awful person in terms, it's not like he's a great person, but they recognize that he is just like a lonely guy and he's really kind of harmless in a way. And when you see him getting like made fun of by those
The
like
dudes.
very 2005 looking guys, um, then you like feel like these people do feel bad for him still because they see that they know him, they see that he's genuinely like hurt or embarrassed, and the people in the office at least, don't want to see someone like that. So yeah, that's what watching it now as opposed to just, when I'm a teenager, I do like really feel bad for the guy, even as annoying as he is, and he just, did that really racist Asian uh joke where he's like, "Hello, everybody," and
Oh yeah, yeah.
but it's like even after all that, it's like you still don't want to. It's not nice to see someone being like made fun of like
Harassed.
that and
Yeah.
harassed. Yeah, and yeah, I feel like that is what just makes the dynamic work because you do feel like you are one of the people in the office. Like they represent the audience um, watching this moron and kind of loser guy just embarrass himself. Yeah.
I think like to keep going along with the fact that the office kind of balances tone very well. I think there were things that as like a kid in high school I didn't get. and there are dark things in The Office, um, and it kind of balances from like the dark adult things back to the lighter things very well. Like there's like just that one scene where Pam is arguing with Roy, and you're like, whew, that
Yeah.
that feels like very real, like
Yeah.
very real. Like I don't know, there's just it's very well done,
Hmm.
and and how like it goes back then to the Chili's after that is just and it's like a really quick thing, but like all of Pam and Roy's relationship stuff, which is a big part of season two, is I just think handled very well.
Yeah. And it is more like more serious than it might seem to, because like when Pam's really getting drunk and like trying to finish other people's drinks, like she's clearly going through something
Yeah, no, like
and
that's a cry for
needing
help
to
right
escape.
there.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
turns into like a more funny thing when she gets really obnoxious and then ultimately banned from Apple
all
or
Chili's. Yeah,
Chili's. Uh, but yeah, it's like she's dealing with she's in an awful relationship and trying to escape from that for a night.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And Michael has that line where he's like, "I made Pam laugh so hard that she fell off her chair, so I killed."
Yeah.
And it's all because of Pam's life is so rough, and he has no idea. You know, he's so
Yeah.
insensitive to it.
Just oblivious. Yeah.
Yeah, and he even like has that like he's like it's so funny like the bit is that every year I give out that award that she still is engaged, and it gets every year it gets funnier, and he
Yeah.
doesn't realize that like oh man like that that might make her feel bad, and Jim has to
Right.
like tell him and explain it to him.
Yeah.
uh, yeah.
And he's like uh he just pushes back on that because he just doesn't get it. It doesn't make sense to him in his head. And I feel like that's why Pam is kind of the one to she's the one to like keep everybody going when Michael seems like defeated because she's going through her own shit. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
she sees that in Michael that he's going through something and then it is a thing of like let's just make the most out of this. And that's something I feel like I can relate to as well as being
Somewhere that's not very cool at all, and then you're like might as well try to enjoy it.
yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like I've been in scenarios like that where I have tried to make the most of it or not. Yeah. There's part of me that like watching this is like I really feel bad for Michael. Um
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Um
relate to that side of that at all, though, John. I'm not that good of a guy. I'd be like Roy
fuck
and
you.
Daryl,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Roy and Daryl leaving.
Yeah.
I'd probably make Pam mad at me. Super
Piss off
toxic.
Pam. Yeah.
Piss off Pam.
These first like four seasons, specifically like 2 through 4, the human nature is dealt with so well
Yeah,
on yeah, like Pam drinking. I know we're kind of going all over the place, I guess, but like Pam drinking to get away with it, and then kind of while she's drunk, she's not just like so classic comedy. She's drunk. She's like, "Nah, nah, nah," like belligerent or whatever. She's like, she kisses Jim in that moment, and it's almost like you can tell that's those like drunk, intrusive thoughts you have that
yeah,
just kind of come out, like whether you say something that you didn't mean to say out loud or do something like that. Like a real emotion comes out of her from being a little bit more loose.
yeah. And she wants to ask the question later, but then she doesn't.
Yeah,
Before
right.
she gets in the car, and like it's kind of like this. They're kind of playing that game those 2 seasons where yeah, like first she's like I don't know, not she's pretending she doesn't like him or whatever, and trying to stick with who she's with, and then he kind of does that in season three, and um, but like again, we're just at the episode one of the first season, so it's like it's a big sign for him, poor Jim, that like she's into him too. I feel like maybe one of the first big signs where like for him it's
Yeah.
obvious that there's something there and that
Yeah.
it's not just a one-sided thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess going back to what you were talking about a little bit earlier, I do forget that this is the very first episode after the first initial six episodes because it seems like they really nailed like the characters seem the same from like season three between season three and season two. Like they just figured out the characters pretty early on
That's what I'm
and
saying. Like, yeah, it's
yeah,
very like it feels like this is established
you're
already.
right.
And um season two, it keeps going. It keeps getting better for me always too.
Hmm.
Season two is just very good. Of course, uh I think that like season three for me, I weirdly I don't know how to break down what my favorite season is. But season three, I get like really addicted always for some reason. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I just think I always can't stop watching if I've gotten to season three. And then season four for me has maybe some of the highest highs of the show,
Hmm.
such as, the dinner party and maybe the fun run and a
Yeah.
couple others. So it's hard to break down what my favorite season is. But season two is very good and has a lot of big moments. And to show that something as iconic as the Dundies isn't the finale, but the opener, just kind of shows how good it's going to be, how what in good hands you're already in as the season goes, and how the creators of the show are geniuses and everyone in the cast is so talented and knows what they're in. Uh,
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I can't believe it's literally the seventh episode that they did was
yeah,
because there's only six in the first season. So um, and I think that's just how good Steve Carell is too. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
man, when like, I don't know, when I watch these, I'm like still in awe. Like he's just so good at this character and like his like laughing, not fake laugh, but
Right.
when he's like laughing as Michael and his facial expressions, his delivery, everything is just so perfect for this character that it's like as absurd as he can be, it's still believable in a way because of him. And yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, he's already got it down very much so at the beginning, and he clearly knows, like, I don't know, he gets every side to the character too right away to the
hmm,
point where, I don't know, as the show goes on, he gets too good at playing the character, because he's already so good at the beginning and already gets every other side to it, to where he's so open and vulnerable and clearly a broken man,
yeah,
bombing at the Chili's,
yeah,
and to where like he could get to places such as like the dinner party before where we're talking about, and where he's just something else entirely altogether, and to where it is such a layered, incredible comedic performance. And I feel like maybe where you're sniffing out why Steve Carell maybe wanted to leave and try movies and see what he could do otherwise, because I feel like there is a side to it where after if he's already nailing it this hard at the beginning, and also already showing everything about who this character is at it's season two, you know, season six, or when does he leave? Is it post season six or
S-
seven?
yeah. It's like towards the end of season seven.
Like midway, right? Through season
Yeah.
seven or something? Yeah.
So he's basically there for
So
six and a half
so what
seasons.
the
Yeah.
hell more does he have to bring to that character?
Yeah.
Truly. So you can definitely see why he leaves. I think the character, has peaked already season two through four,
Yeah.
and then I don't like, other than like giving the guy a decent relationship, actually, like, in season 5 through 7 that he's
Hmm.
pursuing. There really isn't much left to do. And yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that was a good way to wrap up his character and probably the show, but it kept, they dragged it out longer. But I do think that they had uh I think I've read that like Greg Daniels was the showrunner up until season 5, and then I think the guy who plays Toby, I can't think of his name now. I think he became the showrunner then after there. And I feel like once I learned that, I felt like that made sense because I do think that there is tonally a bit of a difference from season 5 on as opposed to the first 4 seasons. And that's how I picture it in my head, at least. I picture the first 4 seasons having a slightly different tone than like I think season 5 is when people start to become more of like because Jim and Pam are together. We know who Michael is. Like everyone is more of a
More
caricature
light.
of
It's like more
themselves.
light, more fun, more cute, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, almost um more accessible to just like a wider audience because that's when the show was extremely getting extremely popular. So yeah.
Notice that when I watch, I'm such a Seinfeld nerd, this guy. But like always when I've had this rant, I've done this rant in real life multiple times, but when like Larry David leaves Seinfeld, I always notice the difference
You can tell.
in the writing. Yeah, you feel the difference. It's not like the show's bad, but it's not the same.
Hmm.
Season 5, I like. I do like
Me too. Yeah.
a lot of like I'll rewatch the Michael Scott Paper Company
Yeah.
like series over and over again. I love it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Is it as bleak? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I feel like it's sillier, I suppose, and
Sillier. I think like season 2 through 4, there's moments where you're like, or season 2 and 3 especially, like where you're really rooting for these characters to have some win because it puts them in such vulnerable down places.
yeah. And I think too like the side plot of Jim and Pam of the clearly they're going to get together at some point. But then it's like once we get to season 4, they're together, it's like established. And then I feel like after that, there's not a whole lot more to do with their
With them.
characters besides like getting married and everything which happens. But that's where I feel like the show kind of it's almost like after the main um like side plots and everything comes together, then it's like where what else do we do with this? And then that's where I feel like it's we're doing these silly things or Michael quits and he goes and does his own company. But I love I love season 5 and 6 and a lot of season 7 too.
Yeah. There's
But yeah,
like
I do feel like there's a
skippable
vibe
episodes here and there,
change.
but there's always
Yeah.
stretches where I'm like, oh, the show's still on point here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um I saw a video the other day of someone it was like a reel and someone was talking about Kevin's character from like the beginning of the show and to the end of the show. And it's like in the beginning he's like, "Oh yeah, I play the drums and I am into sports gambling and betting. I play poker a lot too." And then by the end of the show he's like, "Duh, like I'm Kevin." Like he's a complete moron. Uh And there's like I feel like that's a good example of kind of yeah, eventually where the show got to was like everybody seemed insane and less grounded in reality. Um, yeah,
It's not the office way.
no,
Make office great
great
again.
again. Yeah. Moga, yeah.
Oh god.
Um,
The show that's
yeah. But they are coming out with the spin-off, the
That
paper,
is true.
and apparently Greg Daniels is leading the ship with that one, so maybe it'll be good.
I remember I used to think like because Jenna Fisher and Angela did the podcast about The Office, and
Yeah.
I was like, and I and I was like, get a life, we get it. You were on the show, and it's
Yes,
like,
okay, yeah.
and like I'm here doing talking
We're
about the show.
Yeah, a similar thought crossed my mind earlier. It was like, oh, this is kind of like Office Ladies, where they talk about the episodes of the show.
Office bros,
Office
office
Bros.
office boys. Well, I guess I want to talk about season 3 real quick. like,
Yeah.
like there's just something about season 3 where you get so into the love triangle. That's it. And, uh,
Okay.
but like at the end, like it's so epic, You're like, is Jim gonna go to corporate? Is he gonna move to New York with Karen? And it's such a big thing about him going back to Pam.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like
That
and
was a
that's
big
enough
storyline, really, of Jim just going to
storyline.
Stanford. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That like that season 3.
There's something to look forward to in regards to like the overarching story too.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
it gets the cliffhangers right, and you really want Pam to have a win in that season.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's like I think we bashed the Jim Pam thing on one episode, but I'm doing a complete reverse. Because, man, do you get into the Jim and Pam thing, man.
Yeah.
And it's just great, great writing overall.
Yeah.
They handle it very well. And what's funny is like they make you care about that so much that you don't really care about anything for Michael or anyone else, like as his life just continues to crumble. Like
Hmm. It's still
he
funny
does,
to see Michael like fail at something
yeah,
or
yeah, like nothing good happens for him.
yeah.
He doesn't get the corporate job, and then he goes with Jan again, and his life just continues to tumble, and it doesn't matter to you at all.
And when he gets his condo and Dwight's like, "Oh, you're going to be paying this off into your 90s or like something like, and it's
That
like,
season 3, is that opening to season 3 or is 2? Or no, it's 2, because we could do that episode because it's I think that's Office Olympics season 2
yes.
episode maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, early season 2. Yeah. Wolf flex.
Look at this guy. This fucking guy.
Go off, Luke. Yeah. Um, I know we're bouncing around a lot, but I think what I remembered what I was thinking about when we were talking about Greg Daniels, or maybe it's just me talking about Greg Daniels. I feel like I've brought him up a bunch now, but he honestly is probably got the most underrated, and maybe it's just me, resume. Like he
What
was
else is it? Simpsons?
Simpsons, The Office, King of the Hill, Parks and Rec. Um, I feel like there's some more in there. Maybe he was on he might have been like at SNL or something
Oh,
too.
maybe.
Yeah. But that's why I feel like someone who you could trust to at least do something quality. Um, like I remember I didn't watch much King of the Hill growing up. But then I remember like once it was on, you know, Netflix or Hulu or whatever it's on, I started watching it more. And then I had no idea that he had any part of it. And then I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I started watching King of the Hill more, and I realized like this is a hilarious show. Um,
Yeah, I've been meaning to yeah, I've been meaning to.
and then yeah, it's like everything that I've seen that has Greg Daniels' name on it is some of the funniest TV. And of course, he was on the best seasons of The Simpsons too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he's really shout out to Greg Daniels. He's
The
really
goat.
killing it.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
goat.
the GOAT. Yeah, yeah. That's all.
For us, yeah, he's our goat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
um, to go back to the Dundies, I guess.
We have strayed a bit far away
I,
from the Dundies. Yeah,
yeah, a little bit, but I enjoy uh how Dwight pretends that he's into comedy stuff because of Michael.
yeah,
Uh, and it reminds me because I think that when Dwight becomes like manager, there's like an episode where Dwight becomes the manager, Michael manipulates him into becoming the manager, and
yeah,
then Dwight pretends that all of a sudden he's all serious and he's not into comedy or any of the nerdy stuff that Michael's into at all.
yeah.
And it all just comes out that he was pretending, and Michael gets so mad. Yeah, because Dwight plays the side guy at the Dundies, and man, I wish I could do it, but like he has the jokes. Like he's like, I was with a woman last night, and I was about to take her from HR, and Dwight's like, we don't have any women in HR, and he's like, it's just for the story, Dwight.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I was about to take her bra off, and then but then she asked me to sign all this paperwork, and the joke doesn't land. But then Dwight, after the joke doesn't land, Dwight goes, "Was it for like AIDS or something like that?" And and Michael goes like, "No, it wasn't for that, Dwight." So he's like, he's supposed to be like the uh, what's his name, like Andy
Andy Richter,
Richter or who Steve Coogan on Fallon. Is that his
Steve
name?
Coogan. No, Steve Coogan is he's that British guy.
Fucking A,
Uh,
the iconic comedian. Yeah.
it, I
What's
think
his
it
name?
is Steve Higgins.
Higgins. Steve
Yeah.
Higgins. Yeah, I like Higgins.
Hmm.
He's also a legendary comedy.
SNL guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I rewatched recently was that the James Franco SNL documentary.
So good, right?
Yeah, I feel like I could watch that like once a month. That's yeah.
About the new Beatles get back.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Uh,
I mean that's just like the perfect era of SNL that I want to see. And yeah, it's always super funny and
oh man,
interesting.
yeah, you're making me want to rewatch that. Yeah.
You should. Yeah.
You know how I am? I'm obsessive about my documentaries.
Oh yeah.
When I find one, I will just watch that over and over again.
You and your docs. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that Beatles get back, The Last Dance. Those are a running thing here at the guest house. At the end of the episode, Michael's like, "Yeah, good job tonight, Dwight," and he's like, "Yeah, I know, I almost saved her, I almost saved Pam," and then Michael goes like, "Well, I mean, with the audio was very good." Another thing I noticed is when Ryan wins Hottest in the Office award, he kind of plays that one song. Fuck, what's the song? It's like a song in Boogie Nights, and I think it's a
Man, I
song
can't
where
remember.
like it introduces Philip Hoffman's character. Damn.
I'm gonna
I don't
try
I
and get
don't
to it
remember.
quick.
I don't remember at all.
That's bothering me now that I
Yeah, it's bothering
not
me
sure.
too.
Um Again, I watched the like extended
Ended.
episode and there's a scene after Ryan gets hottest in the office where Jim is getting a drink for Pam at the bar and Phyllis is there and Phyllis goes, "I think you're hottest in the office" to Jim. And Jim's like, "Oh, thank you, Phyllis." And like gives her like a side hug.
Yeah, that's worth being cut, I'd say.
Yeah, it was weird. That's what, again with this extended episode, it was a lot of, and this one there was a ton of talking heads. That was clearly like they're just trying a bunch of different like it would be like Angela doing a talking head and then Oscar doing a talking head and then back to Angela doing a talking head. and it just like went back and forth, and it was like clearly they just had a bunch of takes of different jokes that people said, and pretty much everything that is cut from the actual episode, again, like with the dinner party one, I could see why it was cut. Like not really that funny, and but I feel like that's, I mean, maybe that's, how they had to do it is just keep trying, and then eventually they got something good. I tried to find the song in the episode. I got an ad though that's stopping me from getting to it.
Well, to fill that, I like the scene where it shows the past Dundies awards, and Michael's like, a little bit of Pam all night
Yeah.
long. A little
Yeah.
bit. That's
A little bit of
insane.
Angela. Yeah.
That's insane.
There's an extended after I watched this, I started watching the sexual harassment one, which comes
Oh, same,
after.
same.
And
We're
there's one
living the
in
same
that
lives,
doing
John.
the same shit. And he's giving a scenario where like him and Pam are dating, and like, do we have to disclose that to HR, or can we keep that to ourselves? Like, and Pam's like, we're not dating, and we're not dating. It was like, well, what if we were dating? And she's like, no, I would. She said something like, I would drown myself or something like that, and it's like, holy shit, like there's definitely some like outtakes where it's like super dark. Um,
And I forgot that at the beginning of the in like season two, Michael's hitting on Angela, which kind of stops, I
oh
think,
yeah,
very quickly.
yeah. Um, Forgot too the of course I hit another ad before I got to it. Um, when he opens the Dundies with OPP, and he's like
Oh yeah, yeah. He's
I
trying to
forget how he
rap
even
along.
goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the Dundies, I did it, and he can't keep up with the beat.
Like the second,
Like
the
I did
second.
it. Yeah. He just immediately loses it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in miracles.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Where you from? You
You
sexy
sexy
thing. Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Bow, bow, bow,
Down
bow,
out.
bow,
Yeah,
bow,
that.
bow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he's like singing along to it, and then he slaps Ryan on the ass when he walks
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, he's like, hey ho, you sexy thing. And then Ryan's just like looking around. Like
Yeah, yeah. I really like Ryan in season two. I really like um because just his way he stares, his like his lack of character, and him just kind
yeah.
of reacting to everything is good.
Yeah, I forget what
He's always
episode it
just
is.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. I forget what episode it is, but that scene when he's like taking over for Pam for the day or whatever at a reception, and he's like, yeah, it is kind of weird how Jim looks over at me throughout the day, but it's nothing compared to how Michael looks at me. And
It
then he's
shows
like
Michael.
looking through the blinds.
Yeah.
And then just that look he does where he's
Yeah, yeah.
like looks away.
The
Yeah.
sexual harassment episode, to follow up, episode opens up with a couple jokes I like, where he's like, we're like friends, you know. Pam is Rachel, and I'm Chandler, and
And
Dwight.
Joey.
Yeah, and Joey. Dwight is Kramer.
Yeah. That's such a good joke. Yeah. And Dwight
Oh,
is Kramer.
and I want to share. This is inside information for those who listen to Cinebums.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. Like last week, you know, we John and I sent each other a text after the episode, and so I sent John a joke I like from season four, where they're like, "How long have you known the plaintiff?" And Michael goes, "I haven't seen it," like in a very prepared way, like he's really trying to answer the question. He's like, "I haven't seen it, but I have seen Fuck.
The Pelican Brief is one of
No, really,
them.
he's like, I have seen this, and I'm planning on renting the. Oh, I have
I've seen
seen
The
the firm.
Verdict
I've seen
or
the
The Firm.
firm.
Yes, that's
I've
it.
seen the
Yeah,
firm, but I'm planning on renting the Pelican Brief.
The Pelican
Yeah,
Brief.
that's the joke.
And that's one of those. I love those because it kind of takes you a second to
Yes,
realize what he's doing. Yeah,
yes.
because he
I don't
hasn't.
think I got that joke for years. Um,
Yeah, I think I might have. I was like, I assume those are like movies or something. Yeah, I didn't initially understand that, but yeah,
that's those types of jokes are where you see the Simpsons influence.
yeah,
I don't think a lot of the shows like that, but occasionally they do just have really brilliant jokes like that, which are like kind of like the Greg Daniels Simpsons
yeah,
comedy writing school influence.
for sure.
And I'm planning on renting the Pelican Brief.
Yeah.
What's brilliant about it is like you kind of believe that that's the track that Michael's on.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Like the courtroom dramas that I currently rented from Blockbuster.
Yeah. That's exactly what his life is like is I mean in a way kind of like us like oh yeah I've been really meaning to get to this I've been really meaning to get to this movie or show yeah
Well, and there's another one. It's kind of after the dinner party episode where uh, he's talking to Pam and he's only acting like the what's that movie? They're remaking Devil Wears Prada. So
yeah
he's acting like Devil Wears
steak
Prada. Yeah,
yeah
yeah. So then at the end he realizes that he's like, oh, the character realizes that they were shitty all along. So now I realize I've been shitty to Pam all along.
yeah
And then he says something else, and then she's like, he's been watching Million Dollar Baby. I realize he's been watching Million Dollar Baby, and because he takes it so literally, he's like, he's gonna kill
he's gonna
me
kill
now
yeah
because he takes them so literally.
yeah
he
he's gonna
dumps
try
his
to kill me yeah
he dump his lessons onto Pam. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. Not much left to say from the Dundies. For me, yeah.
yeah
I've never been to a Chili's like that where there's that much room. Uh, and yeah,
I would love to go to a Chili's and see some like corporate
yeah,
office party going on
yeah. As big of a bar like area that Chili's has, pretty awesome. Yeah, I love
yeah
how much it leans into Chili's.
yeah
Uh, like they go to Chili's multiple times in that season, I think, and I think there's like an episode where Andy's like, he's like, I'm gonna take you to where all the girls are like, where we can meet hot women.
oh yeah he's
And he's
like
like, where Hooters? No, better. He's like Chili's or something
yeah
like that.
like just the idea of guys like Michael, Dwight, and Andy like going to pick up waitresses at like a Chili's.
Right, at
That on its
these
own is hilarious. That's so
yeah,
funny.
I like they're always at like chain restaurants, and
Yeah. Or
honestly, like,
Benihana.
yeah. And I feel like it's kind of, and this is the saddest part and the kind of the fucked up part about it. I think it's also a very realistic thing. I think there are many loser guys who go to these chain restaurants and they're like, "Oh, we're having a good time cuz we're out. We got off work." And then they like probably like think about flirting with the waitresses at a Chili's or
Yeah.
something like that, or
They
a
got a
Benihana, and it's
cute waitress at Buffalo Wild Wings. So
yeah,
they're trying to,
exactly.
yeah.
And it's like, and because that's all they have, and they're like,
Yeah. Um,
because like the waitress at Benihana comes up, and Andy's like, ho ho ho, and they talk to him. She tries to flirt with him, and they get all excited.
yeah.
uh, Sometimes people will talk to me like that in the restaurant industry, where they're clearly looking for entertainment from me by like asking me
Yeah.
questions, and I fucking hate it so much. with my ex-girlfriend and her friends, I went to a Hooters in Long Beach, and it was just the weirdest time ever. Um,
Yeah.
but like actually the food is not bad at Hooters. Like the wings are very good, but it's always the 18-year-old girls working there.
Hmm.
And um and you know they don't seem like the smartest bunch. They seem like I don't know. I wish I had a good metaphor for it, but I don't know. They seem like like reading for them. It might not be a book. It might be like Kim Kardashian's Twitter feed. There we go. I thought of
Yeah.
something. Wish I
Yeah.
thought of something better. Like reading. Barnes and Noble for them might be like they look for the new Kardashian autobiography or I don't know, something like that. But yeah, they not too bright at the
Yeah.
Hooters in Long Beach. You heard it here. You heard it here. I just love how Andy. He's like, where are we gonna go to feel better? Hooters. He's like immediately. That's the first thing he thinks of.
Yeah, it's funny that these guys like also don't know about any other like maybe hip or like
Yeah.
local cool
No.
restaurants. They only know these chains in our generation are going back to chains, ironically, more nowadays. At least in my
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah,
Like,
because like I think we have like an awareness to how silly it is, so it's
yeah.
fun.
So
It's
yeah,
fun.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now it's like an event to
Yeah. Yeah.
like we were at in Florida with a few friends and one of them really wanted to go to Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah, yeah. I've
And
been talking to that about people at the restaurant because
yeah.
it's kind of immersive. The restaurant, I'm like, and they're talking and they're bringing the kids, like they bring kids, and the kids are like, "Whoa,"
Yeah.
and I always go like, "That. Do you guys ever take them to Rainforest Cafe? Because Rainforest Cafe as a kid was my thing, and there's not a lot in LA. I think the nearest one is like really down south, and so like I always, I've had multiple Rainforest Cafe conversations recently.
Yeah. I've been in the past year, I've been to Rainforest Cafe 3 times.
No way, because
Not
of
even
your
because of
sister's kids,
no,
or
I've only been with adults.
what?
So this we came here for a wedding last summer and we shared an Airbnb with my friends Brian and Taylor. You would have met them at Golden Road.
Oh
Um,
yeah, the San
you
Diego
might
friends.
yeah, exactly. They really wanted to go to the Mall of America, so we went there and then we got drinks at the bar at Rainforest Cafe.
Okay, so you've
Um,
got one. You've got one near you.
Yeah, at the Mall of America here. And
Perfect.
then like a few months later we had friends visiting and they wanted to go to the Mall of
So every
America.
so it's you're hosting and they all want to
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
And then
Oh,
when
okay,
we were
that
in
makes
Florida,
sense.
we did it again with friends. So we've only ever been with friends, but now and it's never been our idea to go there. But in the past calendar year, we've been there 3 times.
Nice. That sounds fun. I mean,
It has been
I
fun.
I guess if it's like really accessible, I totally get it.
Hmm.
For nostalgic if you have one
Yeah.
there, yeah, I would do the same thing.
When we were at the
No,
second
you could
time we
all,
went to the
those are waitresses that'll definitely have sex with you as a rainforest cat.
I Our the waitress we had the second time we went to the one at Mall of America, she pulled a switchblade out on us.
What?
She first as a joke,
Why?
but she goes, "Do you guys like to gamble?" And she was kind of weird from the get-go. And we were all kind of like, "Nah, like not really." And then Michael, who also you met at Golden Road, he was like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Okay, I bet you $50 that you can't figure out how to open my switchblade." And then he's like, ah, no, never mind then. Like,
Yeah, it's
and then
kind of
she's,
dark and not fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
weird. And then she's like, well, I'm going to show it to you anyway. And she brings it out, and there's like families around at different
Right.
tables. And she leans on her table and flips open this switchblade. And she's like, this is actually illegal to even own. And then I'm like, oh my God, what the, like, you just whipped it out and public in the middle and she was like trying to be like funny. Like she felt like, oh, this is a table with, you know, no children, so I can like let loose a little bit more and have
Right,
fun with it.
right.
And
Yeah.
we were all like really creeped out by this girl. And she's like,
That's
I live in the ghetto, so I have to have this, you know, just in case. And we're like, okay, yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah.
That's there's some sketch involved that can be created from that.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, go to Rainforest Cafe if you want to have a good time like that.
Bad girls, man.
Yeah. That's what, oh, there's some bad girls at the Rainforest Cafe. Yeah.
It's where I meet my women and
Naughty.
all these waitresses. There's so many waitresses out there just looking for it, man.
Just some just some baddies at the Rainforest Cafe. Yeah.
For it, man. Begging for
Yeah.
it.
Bro, you gotta see the girls down at the Rainforest Cafe. Yeah.
That girl's dressed like a tiger. I love the safari look in
Oh
bed.
yeah. Oh yeah. I've had a safari fantasy. Uh,
Yeah. That sounds fun, man. If I ever come to Minneapolis, we'll
let's
do the
go.
same thing right away.
No, you would actually it is fun to go to the Mall of America because they have like an amusement park in the middle of it too, and
Yeah.
it's like Nickelodeon themed. And yeah, it's a
You
pretty wild
really
place.
all over there,
Yeah.
man.
It's like the Minnesota version of the Universal City Walk, probably.
Nice,
You know,
nice, nice.
just over commercialized and
What I just want to be
ridiculous.
those immersed in those places
Oh
all day
yeah.
long.
Yeah. Nothing like it. Yeah.
uh the Dundies. How many Dundies episodes are there? Two or more?
So there's Michael's Final Dundies is one of them. And
And this one? Is that it?
I think that's it. I feel like the other ones are just
Yeah.
kind of implied,
Hmm.
like that they happen. But yeah.
Shows how big of an impact this one because I feel like the Dundies it's an iconic thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
really
they
just think it's the
kind of
two
bring it up
episodes.
they bring it up sparingly.
Yeah.
Like as Jan says in the dinner party, it was between the beer sign and the
And the
Dundies.
Dundies,
So
yeah. There's still so much lore behind the Dundies throughout
yeah.
the series.
Well, and then he says at the beginning, he's like, "Where are your Dundies, Jim?" He's like, "Oh, I put them in private so I don't let them go to my head or something." He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Very
smart."
smart. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Dwight's like, "They're hanging over my bed," and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
TMI."
Yeah. TMI.
Stanley's like, "I'm pretty sure I threw them away."
Oh, and he asks Stanley, like, where's your bling at? Like
Oh yeah.
he uses
Where's
bling
your
as the word.
Where's your
Yeah.
bling bling?
Yeah. Ah. Well, yeah, is
Yeah,
that
I think we did it. I think
yeah.
that's the Office Dundies episode. Yeah, and we are going to be doing more of these. We are gonna pod till we drop.